People will stop whatever they are doing to watch a hurricane make landfall or a blizzard bury a street. Modern humans are entirely mesmerized by extreme weather events that historically meant flooded settlements, starvation, and death. For nearly all of human existence, there were no insulated walls or forecast apps. A heavy rain or a sudden freeze dictated entirely whether a group would migrate, find food, or survive the night. Because of that constant exposure, our nervous systems evolved to treat subtle atmospheric shifts, like dropping barometric pressure or a sudden change in wind direction, as literal existential threats. Looking at this data visualization, you can see how atmospheric pressure drops directly trigger immediate physiological spikes in the body. Heart rate climbs, adrenaline releases, and sensory alertness sharpens. The body is involuntarily preparing for fight or flight just because the sky darkened. Yet today, a person sitting in their living room will experience those exact same biological triggers, the rumble of thunder, the sudden darkness, and describe the feeling as peaceful, cozy, and comforting. A natural phenomenon biologically programmed to terrify our species now actively makes humans feel more secure and alive. To understand why, we have to look at what happens when a biological threat meets modern safety. When you sit behind a pane of glass watching a violent thunderstorm, your brain creates a highly specific chemical cocktail. Lightning demands constant environmental monitoring. It is a high-contrast, entirely unpredictable visual event, and the brain locks onto it instinctively to assess danger. But the window blocks the wind, and the roof stops the rain. The brain registers the visual threat, releases a burst of adrenaline, and then immediately processes the physical safety of the shelter, triggering a reward of dopamine. The nervous system becomes stimulated while entirely removing the immediate physical risk of survival. Because storms create environmental contrast, cold outside, warmth inside, this intensifies feelings of shelter and protection. Humans naturally appreciate refuge more when external conditions worsen. Rain also reduces external stimulation, fewer people outside, quieter environments, softer light. The world slows down. This often creates emotional calmness. The storm gives humans permission to pause. Adequate modern shelter takes our oldest survival instincts and turns environmental danger into a powerful tool for emotional regulation. But not everyone stays inside. Surfers, mountain hikers, and storm chasers regularly leave their shelters to confront the elements head-on. Standing in a gale or paddling into a rough sea forcibly strips away the internal distractions of a normal day. The drop in temperature, the sting of cold rain, and a roar of the wind demand total physical presence. Sensory attention is pulled entirely into the current second. When you look at an ocean storm, the massive scale of the water completely dwarfs human proportions. It acts with total indifference. Psychologists call the resulting reaction awe. It happens when the brain is confronted with an object or event so massive that it overloads our cognitive ability to process physical scale. The mind simply cannot map the sheer volume of a supercell or a 50-foot swell. This cognitive overload produces a rare neurological state that blends primal fear, intense wonder, and deep respect all at once. Willingly stepping into a storm forces the human brain to recognize a physical power vastly superior to civilization. Experiencing awe on this massive scale triggers a specific psychological effect known as ego dissolution. Feeling physically insignificant in the face of a towering storm provides a strange emotional relief. It temporarily wipes away daily, human-centric anxieties by revealing how small they actually are. It is a stark contrast to how we normally live. Modern environments are built on climate-controlled rooms, steady artificial lighting, and rigidly predictable schedules. Storms interrupt this separation. Suddenly, windows shake, rain becomes loud, light changes dramatically. Nature re-enters awareness forcefully. They break artificial routines. The environment becomes unpredictable again, real. Filmmakers instinctively utilize extreme storms to visually externalize moments of psychological chaos and internal tension. They do this because the audience already subconsciously associates storms with an undeniable reality. Nature does not negotiate. Wind, rain, and oceans operate entirely beyond the bounds of human technological control. Seeing untamable storm clouds swallow a mountain peak strips away the illusion that humans are in charge. Our obsession with violent weather is a timeless, biological yearning to step out of our highly constructed lives and reconnect with forces genuinely larger than ourselves.
For more content like this, like and subscribe to our channel.